Hello friends, welcome back to my channel. This is my channel Alec Reads. My name is Alec Read, and today we are reading something a little different. It is a murder mystery romance type book. That's why I'm posting off schedule, just to see how this video goes, just to see if it is enjoyed. But anyway, the main thing I like about this story is it has a lot of twists and turns, and it also has a wheelchair user as its main character, and I really see myself in her, and I really hope that you guys enjoy. This book is called What Really Happened. I will be doing a couple different segments, most likely, but let me know in the comments if you like it. Let me know. If you don't, let me know. But yeah, let's jump right into the video. In the beginning. This is the story of Malia Lane Johnson and her life, but most of all, how her death changed everything. Malia is the most amazing and sweet person you could ever meet. Malia had everything going for her, but everything changed April 3rd, 2019, when she was found dead by her older sister Mia. This is the story of getting revenge for Malia. Mia, we need you to tell us what happened, said Officer Luke. Although Mia had been the one to find her sister, she somehow had no idea what had happened. She looked around the room to see the whole police department, then asked, "What do you mean? What happened?" They began to jog her memory. Luke asked, "Well, you came in, and what did you see?" Mia sat for a minute. When it all came flooding back, Mia began to cry. Mia doesn't cry often, and especially in front of Luke. He once again asked what had happened. It took her a minute to answer. Then she told him how she came in and set the gift on the table for her and her sister Malia's birthday. When she realized there was no music, there was always music with Malia. Malia had said it helped her think. It also helped her with her art. Malia had been a painter for so long and was finally considered an artist. So Mia went to Malia's room to ask her about it. But that's when she saw her there. Mia was just so still. Malia knew something was wrong. Malia was always very fidgety, even growing up, but she was still considered the normal one. Mia tried CPR, but nothing worked. Luke was looking at her like he never had before. They had been friends their whole lives, and Mia had never seen that look before. Their moms were friends, then they wanted them to be friends too. He had just asked Malia to marry him, although now he just looked out of it, like he was lost. He was always a happy person. Mia had never seen him like that. For the first week, he looked like he was going to explode from happiness. They told Mia that she should go home, and then said the same to Luke. They couldn't go home, so they went to lunch instead. Luke and Mia went out to lunch together, although neither of them ate. Mia sat there organizing her food by size and color, as always. Mia has autism spectrum disorder. She was just diagnosed it too, but Malia was, or maybe she is, normal. That's just Mia in Luke's eyes. Luke and Malia never treated her any different, and she always set boundaries they could understand. Malia was never mean to her about it, and Malia still needed Mia as her big sister. Maybe that's why Mia feels so sick. Mia was supposed to keep her safe. Malia was always getting into trouble. And as an adult, Malia was always saying something she shouldn't. She was Mia's best friend and the best part of her. For Mia still felt sick to her stomach, the feeling of guilt and sorrow still twisting and turning inside her. "I'm sorry," she said with tears in her eyes. "For what?" Luke said. "I couldn't save her. That's my job," Mia said. "It's not your fault, or your job," Luke said, giving Mia a hug in just the right way, not too tight and not too loose. Then after about 10 minutes, Luke whispered a question. His question was if Malia was in any pain before she died. While Mia was a nurse, she was not looking forward to that question. She'd not had a good look, so she truthfully had no clue. She also didn't want to think about it just in case her baby sister was in pain. She then looked at him and said no. She was not in any pain. Even though it made her feel worse for lying to him, it made Luke feel a little bit better. Malia always said that lying was for the weak. Malia was Mia's twin sister. So as kids, people always said that they had twin telepathy, but they always hated it and said it was fake. Mia was especially upset by those questions. That was until she felt Malia disconnect from her in some way. Then she finally decided that it was time to go home. She covered all the pictures of her sister or from her sister, although she still got no sleep. Malia was an artist, so she would give Mia her art, as Mia found it fascinating. Mia sat by the phone the next day, and the day after that, and after that, waiting for the phone to ring. She waited 3 weeks. Mia had always been the impatient one. Mia was even born first, only by 1.5 minutes, but still. When it rang, she picked it up. On the first ring, the man on the other line said that her sister had been murdered, and they had no leads. All Mia could think was that no one ever hated her sister, and no one wanted her dead. Mia didn't leave her house for weeks. The world just seemed to go on like Malia wasn't dead. That made her really upset, and she didn't really know why at the time. It was about 10 weeks later when Malia's best friend Lily started to say concerning things, like how she thought Malia was rude and mean. Mia knew the cops had no suspects, no leads, but she did. Suspect 1. Lily. She said mean things about her sister and also said she was psychic. Suspect 2. Luke. He has a new girlfriend already. It was only 8 weeks ago he was engaged. Luke said Mia should move on from this case. Well, she only had 2 suspects, but whatever. She didn't go around asking, "Did you kill my sister?" Mia did, however, sneakily ask questions. She still had more, though. The cops say that it's a back burner case. My sister is never going on the back burner if I have any say in it, she thought to herself. You need to do something other than look at this case, Luke says. Who cares what he says? He's on my list, she thought. When Mia was at work at the hospital last week, that's when she realized Luke was always there. For a man who hates blood and needles and germs, that seemed off. Keep in mind he's a cop, not a doctor or a nurse. That's a clue she needed to look into. He also always left with a bag he did not come in with. Suspicious? Maybe. Mia wasn't sure, but she was certain she would find out. First step to finding out who killed her sister is clues. Mia thinks the best place to start would be her sister's house, although Mia can't make herself go inside. She knows she must keep trying. The cops tried to make Mia go inside weeks ago, but she couldn't. After all, it has been almost 9 weeks. Mia knows she must face her fears for justice. That was by far the dumbest thing I have ever said, Mia thought to herself. What are you doing here? Mia demanded as she got out of the car. Lily just started to stutter. That just made Mia so much more angry. Lily has no reason to be here. She somehow has a key now? Mia began to yell at her, and she wanted to explain. Lily, you have 3 seconds to tell me what you're doing here, she stated. She sat on the front porch and started to explain. She said her psychic powers told her something was wrong. 1, that was the dumbest thing I have ever heard. And 2, what powers do you think you have? That made Mia extremely mad, so she decided to take her inside to show her everything was fine. Mia and Lily went inside. Mia was about to say everything was fine, but then she heard a small but dominant beeping sound. Then Lily all of a sudden yelled, "Run!" But before she finished her sentence, she pulled Mia. She took Mia behind her car when, boom, Mia saw her sister's house blow up. And Mia was so distraught. All the memories that they had in that house were gone. That was the house Mia stayed in every weekend. The one where she cried in her sister's arms. The one where her sister and her had the best type of memories. Then she realized Lily was trying to talk to her, but her ears were still ringing. At this point, she was screaming. And when she saw Lily, everything was too much. What the hell was that? What did you do? What are you doing? Are you trying to kill me or just destroy any evidence? Lily tried to answer, but Mia's ears were ringing. Huh? Mia yelled. Then the neighbor called 911. And Mia was just yelling at Lily, trying to understand. When the cops got to Malia's house, Mia was mad and yelling. Luke was pissed. What do you think you're doing? Luke scolded. Getting answers because apparently you can't, Mia replied. He just looked disappointed. I told you to back off. Why can't you just listen to me, Mia? He yelled. You aren't doing your job. Malia is dead and no one cares. Why don't you care? Mia cried. Then out of nowhere he said, Oh my God, Mia, Malia would be so disappointed in you right now. Mia took a step back in surprise before running off. Mia, come back! Luke yelled. Mia just kept running. Mia thought for a minute. What if she just ran far away? It would all go away. Sorry, Captain, but I really think I need to go get her, Luke said to his captain. Luke got in his car and sped off, hoping Mia wouldn't make any rash decisions. That was only for a minute, though. Malia needs my help. I will find her killer, she thought to herself. Luke made Mia so furious. Why would he say that to me? Mia thought to herself. She went to an ice cream shop to calm down when Luke showed up. Mia told him to go away and leave her alone. He said he just wanted to talk. I don't, Mia said as she tried to walk away. Luke grabbed Mia's wrist and said, No, you need to stay. Mia was still a tad bit angry and punched him square in the nose and ran home. Luke had his cruiser, though, so he was there first. Mia, you broke the law, okay? So we need to talk so I don't have to arrest you, Luke argued. Actually, I didn't. You grabbed me first when you were on break, Mia protested. Mia walked away, and he ran after her. Do I need to punch you again? Mia scolded. I'm off break, and you know it, Mia replied. Talk to me, he whined. I'd really rather not, Mia said. Fine, then let me talk, okay? Luke demanded. Okay, fine. What do you want? Mia asked. I'm sorry. I never should have said what I said. I was just so mad, Luke said. That's not something you say when you're mad, Luke. I'm so mad at you, and the truth is, I feel like you don't even miss her, Mia yelled. Of course I do, he said quickly. She was the love of my life, Luke said. Oh, really? And you show that with a new girlfriend and not finding her killer? Mia argued. I still love her, but I also love Addison, who is alive, Luke said. After hearing that, she went inside and locked the door. Mia, talk to me, please, Luke cried. No, go away, Mia said angrily. Mia slid down the door and waited. You see, as kids, Mia and Luke would sit on opposite sides of the door and talk when they were mad. Their mom said it was an easier way to calm down away from each other but still have a conversation. Mia heard Luke slowly slide down the door. Malia loved you, and that would have never changed. She wanted to wait to tell you, but you were going to be her maid of honor, he said quietly. Mia got up and opened the door. Luke almost fell from her opening the door. Really, Mia asked? As Luke looked up, he nodded slowly. Mia sat down next to Luke on the porch and asked, Why did you say that? I'm still looking, but I have other things to do. Sorry about your face. I didn't mean to hurt you that bad, Mia said. I have to get back to work. You coming? Mia said. To the house? Mia replied. Yes, it did explode. You know I need your statement, Luke said, laughing slightly. Mia got into Luke's car and went to Malia's house. Mia almost cried, but she decided she couldn't. Not in front of Luke and Lily. Even though she made the decision when Luke came over to her, he said, I know it can be hard to see your memories burn up so fast. Luke's old house burnt down, so he knows what it's like, but it didn't make it any easier. The hard part isn't the memories, it's the fact that I have nothing to remember Malia by. Mia then saw Lily, and she fell to her knees, yelling, Are you happy now that I have nothing to remember my sister by? Luke picked up Mia and said to just calm down. Mia was sobbing. Apparently Lily had just went off her meds. That's why she thought she was psychic. Back to square one, Mia thought to herself. Okay, let me go through a wider range of suspects to see what I can find. Mia thought to herself. Suspect 1, Addison, Luke's new girlfriend. She wanted to be with Luke for a very long time. Suspect 2, Sheriff Davidson. He was at everything to do with Malia and said she had it coming. Why is the question. Suspect 3 is still Lily. She just kind of pisses me off. Suspect 4, Luke, just in case, and in all fairness. Last but not least, Mark, Malia's ex-boyfriend. Mia had just realized, by some shady research, that he left 20 minutes after Malia's death. Suspicious? Maybe. Mia literally had no clue. Mark is kind of a long shot. Although Luke says it's always the boyfriend or the ex-boyfriend, so if anything, it's his fault that he's a suspect. Alright, everyone, that is the end of today's episode. I really hope you enjoyed. There is a queer love story in this, and there's also a straight, side love story that is kind of not really explored as much. But yeah, I hope you enjoy. I hope you come back for the next episode. If you guys enjoy, leave a comment. Say that you enjoy. Say hello. I would love to say hello. I would love to talk to you guys. You can also leave recommendations down in the comments or in my business email. So yeah, I would love to see what you guys think. Give this video a like if you like it, or a thumbs down if you don't. And subscribe if you want to see more content, either of the Heartstopper fanfiction or of this one. I really like this book, so I might just continue for myself. Because if you guys don't like it, I don't know, man. I don't know. It's a really good book, though. But yeah, I hope you enjoy. Good morning, good afternoon, or good night. Goodbye, ladies, gentlemen, and everything between. Goodbye, friends. See you in the next video.